New questions for public schools, student loan holders, and parents after President Trump signed that executive order to begin dismantling the Department of Education.
The Department of Education, we're going to eliminate it, and everybody knows it's right. We're going to shut it down and shut it down as quickly as possible. It's doing us no good. We want to return our students to the states.
With us now is Margaret Spelling, CEO of the Bipartisan Policy Center and former Education Secretary under President George W. Bush. Secretary, thank you so much for being with us. You've been on both sides of this. You've done education at the federal level, at the state and local level. Is it even clear to you how this will work?
I have a lot of questions, as you might imagine, because the federal role really is pretty minimal. 9 cents on the dollar comes from states and locals. They describe curriculum, they develop tests, they set passing scores, book lists, technology requirements, on and on and on, as they should. And so the federal role really is about holding ourselves accountable for the achievement of every student, shining that light of data in higher ed and in K-12. And so I have a lot of questions about how this is going to work, especially if these programs, and I commend the administration for continuing to support them, but if they get distributed to a bunch of other agencies, how is that going to be more efficient? So I just have some questions.
You know, one of your successors, Arne Duncan, says when he hears rhetoric coming from some, we want to return the power to the states, he feels like saying, congratulations, you did this decades ago. Power for education,
Exactly.
It's been there.
Right. And I don't think any governor is saying we're holding back on improving student achievement until the federal government gets out of their way. Obviously, they're trying to develop workforces that are competitive and grow their economies. And so it's a little bit of a red herring in my view that, the federal government is the one holding us back. It's not the case.
The line was he wanted to make sure no child was left behind. If the Department of Education is dismantled the way that President Trump wants it to be, which children do you fear might be left behind?
Well, it potentially is going to be very unclear, and that's why one of the things I'm most concerned about is the elimination of muscular data systems that show how we're doing, with respect to the accountability, the achievement of reading and math. The president quoted NAEP data yesterday, and yet they've gutted the Institute of Education Sciences. And so, if we don't have really the truth telling that only the federal government can do, really, whether it's the Department of Education or the Department of Labor, that is what will help us really shine the light on achievement and, frankly, in the research, show us who's doing it well and who is a laggard.
You think there will be less accountability in education going forward, potentially?